Hello guys, we are back here with another problem. We are asked to prove this inequality. If alpha, beta, gamma are angles of the triangle, prove that sine of alpha plus sine of beta plus sine of gamma is less or equal to 3 square root of 3 over 2. So, in order to prove this inequality, we should be familiar with some inequalities. If you are not familiar with some inequalities, I will present you the one we will use to prove this inequality. So the inequality we will use is called Jensen's inequality. Jensen's inequality, which says that if we have a convex function, this holds. This holds if we have a convex function. Okay, theta f of x1 plus 1 minus theta f of x2. So what is our plan? Why am I looking at this inequality? If you take a look at this inequality, you see that inside of a function you have sums of the variables, and on the right side you have like sum of the functions. Sum of the functions, this looks, if you agree with me, this looks similar to this, like to the left side we have, and this probably is a sum of something. It looks like that. So we probably, and we have like sine of alpha, sine of beta, sine of gamma. So in order for this to work, the function needs to be convex. Like if the function is concave, this holds, I mean the opposite. So probably our function needs to be concave on some interval. So how do we, and what is the function really? Function is f of x equals to sine of x, because it's the same everywhere. We need to prove that this function is concave in order to use this result. So how can we prove that the function is concave? We can prove it by the derivatives test. Okay, f prime of x is cosine of x. F double prime of x is negative sine of x. Okay, so this is negative, but on which interval? Like if we are walking a circle, sine is positive here and here. Okay, we need the opposite. Like we need the sum to be greater than sum of functions. So we probably need the concave version. Where is this concave? This concave here. Because the sign is here positive and we have the negative in front. So we probably need to consider the interval from 0 to pi, where x belongs to 0 to pi. This is our interval. And now we can state this. We can state this inequality, this one. This is bigger than that, but how do you actually write it out and use it? So in this case we will have f of x1 plus x2 plus x3 over 3 is greater or equal to what? What do you think? F of x1 plus f of x2. Okay, sorry. We write this a bit better. Plus f of x2 plus f of x3. Okay, let me take this out. Like this is what we used. We don't need it anymore. Okay, this is greater than sum of the functions over 3. So what's going on right now? Like this, what is the function actually? The function is f of x equals to sine of x. So we replace it with sine of x. So we have the same input but with sine. On this side we get sine of alpha plus beta plus gamma. I'm just using different variables. It doesn't matter which variables you use. So it's greater or equal to sine of alpha plus sine of beta plus sine of gamma over 3. Okay, we have this from this inequality. We can say that it holds because the function is concave on this interval. So, what do we actually want to do? We need to approximate it with the maximum. So, what is the maximum value of sine, like on this interval, for this to hold? So, if you're a bit experienced, if you're not experienced, we need to approximate with the highest value. So when is the sine highest? At the sine of 60. So we will take alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 60 degrees. When we plug this in, we get sine of alpha. Okay, sorry. Sine of 6. Okay, sorry again. Sine of 60 degrees plus sine of 60 plus sine of 60 over 3 is greater or equal than sine of alpha plus sine of beta plus sine of gamma over 3. Okay. This sums up to sine of 180 degrees over 3 is greater or equal than sine of alpha plus sine, okay, sine of beta plus sine of gamma over 3. Okay, this is sine of 60 degrees. It's square root of 3 over 2. Okay, this 2 looks weird, okay. Square root of 3 over 2 is greater or equal than sine of alpha plus sine of beta plus sine of gamma. Okay, sorry for this. Sine of gamma over 3. When we multiply both sides by 3, let's write it here. We get 3 square root of 2. Okay, yeah, square root of over 2 is greater or equal to, okay, cut this, is greater or equal to sine of alpha plus sine of beta plus sine of gamma. And thus the inequality is proved. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to explain Jensen's inequality in greater detail, write it in the comments. I wrote it like the short version of the inequality just so we can use it in this example. I didn't get into detail because the video would get too long. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share and subscribe, and see you in another video. Bye guys.